Welcome to Manga Mavericks at Movies, the show where we're uncovering the conspiracy behind Hayao Miyazaki's filmography and his insidious attempt to brainwash children into taking drugs and stop watching anime.
Yeah, so we saw Castle in the Sky.
Yes, Castle in the Sky, the next step in Miyazaki's insidious master plan. What did you know about this movie before you watched it, Relord?
So I'm pretty sure I watched this movie back when it aired on Cartoon Network.
But which time, V-Lord? Was it on Toonami or Miguzi?
It was the Toonami one for sure, because I barely watched Miguzi. But yeah, the thing is, even though I saw it before, I didn't really remember it that much. It's kind of like Spirited Away for me, where it's just very vague in my memory.
Yes, I didn't know anything about this movie. I never saw it as a kid, and so hence was never brainwashed by the insidious subtext of the movie. All I knew is that there was a castle in the sky.
Oh yeah,
that was definitely a part of this movie, but there was so much more!
I mean, yeah, they don't really get to the castle in the sky until the very end, so...
Yes. This movie is about girl, obviously a princess, right? A princess?
Yeah.
Well, she's descended from a royal lineage. She herself is not necessarily a princess anymore because her family, her royal hierarchy, the whole kingdom...
Her fam is dead.
Yeah, it doesn't exist anymore, so, she's not really a princess. But, she's descended from a royal lineage, and she has this magical crystal amulet, and that crystal amulet will point the direction to the castle in the sky, Laputa, which is the land of great military accomplishments. And what's really interesting is that in the opening credits of the movie, we see the rise and fall of the Laputan Empire in this really cool stylized credit sequence. Do you remember?
Yeah,
it
I
looks super awesome.
Yeah.
Great, art style, call back to, East European kind of art scrolls and whatever. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yes, it was. And so, at the beginning of the movie, she's been taken prisoner by the government, but then pirates, the Dola gang, they invade the pirate ship, and then she takes advantage of the confusion to escape. And then she, falls down into this mining town where she's discovered by a boy named Pazu, who, helps her recover. And then when the pirates and the government come after them again, they team up. They realize that she has a magical amulet that will take them to Laputa. And so then they, decide to go off to Laputa to get her. But then the government comes back and kidnaps them and, jails the kid. But then the girl, they forced her to, cooperate, and so, why am I explaining the plot of the movie? It'll take forever to explain the plot of the movie.
Yeah.
The movie, it's an insane adventure film. It's really fun because of how awesome the adventure is, and it's, so epic in scale. You got these, it has everything. It has, insane slapstick, great comedy, there's pirates, there's robots, oh my, it's just ingenious. There's a castle in the sky, hidden by a hurricane of wind.
All, the sky vehicle scenes in this just look fantastic.
Oh, they are beautiful. All the Miyazaki films have great flight sequences, but there are just some amazing flight moments in this one.
The Sakuga fans probably go crazy over this.
Oh yeah, the scene where Dola and Pazu are on her sky motorcycle thing, and then they're racing across the fields towards the fortress where Shita is. Beautiful animation there. That really captured the speed that they were going at it so well. It was so cool. Yeah, so what did you really love about this movie, Lord?
What I really liked about it was that, one, the animation was beautiful. Two, it had a pretty concrete story. I guess the whole motif of it is kind of the advancement of technology and kind of the concerns of advancing technology to the point that it's becoming too dangerous, and kind of how, in a way, we can't going too far with that aspect of things, and trying to become more militaristic isn't necessarily the best way for society.
And I think the core scene of the movie is like when Muska, the villain, who is also a descendant of the royal line, is like trying to take control of the weapons in Laputa. And Cheetah is like telling him, these weapons are evil. This kingdom cannot be revived. There are no people left in it. A kingdom is not built on weaponry and machines and destruction and war. It's built upon people. It's built upon the earth. And by separating yourself from the earth, you cannot survive. Like, that's another big environmental theme in the movie. It's like, it's heavily implied that, because people left the earth in these flying islands, that ultimately caused the downfall of those civilizations, because you can't live without the earth. You can't live separated from the earth.
Like, the isolation probably doesn't help.
It's another example of Miyazaki's environmental propaganda he's using to brainwash children into doing his labor on the fields of his weed field shops.
Okay, it took me a while to figure out the whole drug motif that we've been uncovering from this. But it seems to be that Laputa represents the rival drugs of Miyazaki that the government is trying to get so that they can stop Miyazaki's drug trade. And so he's trying to teach us to not go for the rival drugs and stick with his stuff that's earth grown.
Stick with the natural drugs. Don't get those fancy, artificial, man-made drugs. You need the herbal stuff.
Yes,
like the medicinal stuff.
Miyazaki's all-natural special.
That's how you get the real good high, right?
Yeah,
right, kids?
Miyazaki knows what's good for you.
He does. So that's his insidious message behind this movie. It seems like an innocent enough environmental message, but it's really an insidious message about, no, try my drugs, not their drugs. Don't let them profit off of profit. Let me profit.
Miyazaki and his secret drug ways.
Watch my movies and buy my drugs. I'm Miyazaki. Anime was a mistake.
Yes.
Don't watch other anime, just watch mine.
Oh my god, it all makes sense now.
Right, because other anime will teach kids different messages and maybe try and encourage them to not take Miyazaki's drugs. So Miyazaki wants them to not watch those other anime, so that's what he calls them mistakes. And he says that his anime were the is the only true anime the kids should be watching, so he can make them addicted to his movies, and by being addicted to his movies and only able to watch his movies, they will be susceptible to his propaganda, which will reverberate in their brains and seep into their subconscious and make them go out and affect their daily lives by making them buy Miyazaki's drugs.
We've uncovered the truth, people. Spread the word.
Spread the word before it's too late. This movie came out in 1986. It's already been 3 decades. Think about all the damage it's caused already. You can't let Miyazaki get away with this. You can't let him return to anime. It's all a mistake. It's a conspiracy.
The rest of the anime was a mistake, but it was really Miyazaki's anime that was a mistake.
Those grasses, those flowers on Laputa, it's not an innocent garden. It's a weed garden. God, it's a weed garden. They weren't after the treasure or the military weapons. They were after the weed. The robots were protecting the weed.
I mean, there were probably weeds in that garden. But
no, weeds.
Yeah, wait, are we talking marijuana weeds?
We're talking marijuana weeds!
Oh, yeah. It's totally there, guys.
Oh, boy. Miyazaki. The more we watch his movies, the more we realize just how disturbing his agenda it really is.
I'm interested to see what we uncover in Nausicaa.
Yes. I wonder if the dub of this movie, because we saw the sub, does the dub cover up this propaganda?
Probably not.
Because there are significant changes to the dub. One was that the entire orchestral score was changed because Joe Hisashi's 60-minute score was extended to a 90-minute score. And there were a bunch of one-liners added in the dub. All the background chatter was like increased. And the characters sound way older in the dub. And oh my god, I just remembered one thing removed from the dub. Well, not remembered one thing removed from the dub because I haven't seen the dub, but like one thing that I've heard about the dub that was removed from it was, oh my god, Miyazaki is not just a drug peddler. He's a child trafficker.
Wait, what?
Remember the Dola gang? How all of the male subordinates of Dola were so attracted to the young, underage Cheetah?
Do they take out that scene?
They remove like the references to the fact that they're attracted to her.
Oh, okay. I can sort of see why. That would probably not gel well with American audiences at the time.
Yes. Oh my god. Like, originally I thought, oh, they saw her as a mother figure because Dola said that, she'd become like her. It wasn't like a really romantic connection.
That's what I assumed too.
Yeah, I assumed that. I thought that was what they were going for, but no. Clearly, it was supposed to be a romantic sexual connection. Miyazaki's trying to condition young minds to see underage girls as sexually desirable, as future childbearing vessels.
Oh god, what are we doing to this movie?
We're not doing anything. Miyazaki is the one with the sick mind who is trying to brainwash our youth into becoming child slaves and addicted to drugs, Lord. We gotta stop him. We gotta spread the word.
In all seriousness, I think the intention was...
I'm being serious!
In all seriousness, I think the Miyazaki's intention was, the fact that Cheetah is a mother figure, and that's why, like, all of the Dola gang's, like, sons, like, all kind of are... It's not really swoon over her, but, like,
they're smitten with her.
Smitten with her. But I can see why the dub would change that, because it could be interpreted the other way.
Oh, no. From what I'm reading, apparently the dub actually made it more explicit. My god, it's not just Miyazaki. Disney themselves are in on this. Oh no! We should have known all along. That's how Disney has, of course, profited. It's profited by corrupting our youth. Of course they would want to help Miyazaki push his agenda.
But how did they detach from the Ghibli films then? Because they don't have the license anymore.
Clearly Miyazaki and Disney have had a falling out in recent years. But before, they were in on this scheme together.
I mean, it makes sense. Disney was pushing all those Jonas Brothers and their Hannah Montana.
Right. Remember the incredibly creepy phallic imagery in Jonas Brothers concerts?
You mean how their hands are always around their dicks?
Yes. Subconscious sexual imagery.
Yeah.
Trick America's youth.
What are the Jonas Brothers even up to nowadays?
They're solo artists.
They are?
At least I think Nick Jonas is.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard one of their songs in, like, ages.
You know why Disney pop stars all become heavily sexualized later on in life? It's because Disney abused and used them and brainwashed them. And as all sexually abused children do, they only know how to behave and act now in like the manner in which they were abused, and that is expressing their sexuality openly. No. That's what's happening to America's youth. That's what's happening to Japan's youth by watching these films. No. That's what they're learning, V-Lord. That's why Japan has such a sexually perverse media, V-Lord. It's because they're watching Miyazaki.
I think you should put
and assorting their connections from these movies, V-Lord. It's a crime against our youth.
I think you should put like an explicit content warning on this episode.
Why?
I don't know.
We haven't even said that many bad words.
I don't know. I think the reason Disney like idols and stuff go super sexual, that Disney's so like adamant on keeping them pure, that once they leave Disney, they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. I'm tired of listening to Disney.
Yeah. But if we can ignore the propaganda behind this film, You know, if I could ignore that, I would say that this was an awesome adventure film with beautiful animation and an awesome story, great villain, like really intense scenes and suspense, great comedy, and a lovable gang of anti-heroes, anti-villains in the Dola gang. They were freaking great.
The Dola gang is awesome.
Some of my favorite Miyazaki characters. Like, Dola herself is just so cool and fun. And, you know, this is such an enjoyable movie that I can't believe I hadn't seen it before now. But I honestly might say this is like my second favorite of Miyazaki's films at this point, because it's just so enjoyable.
Yeah, definitely.
Really great ride. It's just so unfortunate that Miyazaki had such an insane decision behind it. But that's true of all of his films, I guess.
Oh, God. In all seriousness, though,
I'm being serious. Why are you trying to downplay the seriousness of the evil agenda behind these movies?
In any case, G-Kid should be re-releasing this film fairly soon, so go pick up that release. It's worth picking up. It's a great film.
Yes. We will definitely be picking it up, because I want to see this movie again. Enjoy it all over again. And also pick apart all evil stuff, all the subtext that is attempting to brainwash our kids and expose it to the world in an even deeper detail.
Miyazaki was a hardcore druggie and we didn't even know it.
Yes.
We didn't know.
Miyazaki movies were a mistake.
He lied to us.
Yes.
What the fuck are we doing?
We're exposing a conspiracy. And the next step in doing that is to go back to where it all began.
Nazca and the Valley of the Wind.
No, you have to go back even farther.